Hey guys, this is Foolish Mortal back with Feline, our Blood Elf Warlock. Had her part for a couple of days. We got a little bit of bonus rested experience there, so the next level should go by fairly quickly. We've got one to turn in real quick, and this is the Party Never Ends, where we gathered up some odds and ends. Then we'll go and talk to this wayward apprentice, and we should definitely finish up Eversong Woods and make a good chunk of Ghostlands in this city, hopefully. So it is May 1st, and my local theater had a Thursday showing of Avengers 2, Age of Ultron, and I'm still not for sure what to think about it. I mean, it was very enjoyable.
Farewell.
Whoops. I probably should have read that quest turn in. Anyway, so what you get from this quest is you can come and eat this stuff off of the table. I think some of them are supposed to give you yeah, like little buffs. So we'll just take that spell power buff. You can grab a whole bunch of them. I don't think that they're bind on or unique on pickup, so you can get like a little stack of them. But an extra spell power, I think it's like 10 points. I mean, that's pretty good for this level. Let's see. Yeah. So we need to kill some of these things on the dead scar as we're gonna cut across it. So, but yeah, Avengers 2. I'm not gonna do any like spoilers or anything. Just on the off chance that, because I hate when people do that. Oh wait, health funnel. That's when I'm healing my pet. I don't actually need that. It was I thought the script was really well written. There were a few parts in it that I don't want to say that it was really well paced. I'm trying to think of something that I can talk about without getting too spoilerish. Oh, those dark wraiths are further down, but we'll get those eventually. Yeah, good script, good acting, of course, a solid team. I thought that there were parts that were, you know, you're getting like an ensemble cast, which is kind of new for the genre. It's so nice of my old mentor to check on me. It's too bad she lost faith in my research long ago. Don't waste your time trying to get me to return to her. You can either help me with my research or leave.
Be ready for anything.
This was a fully functional arcane sanctum before Arthas and his army of Scourge decided to plow through it on their way to Silvermoon. Now it's as useful to us as any part of the Dead Scar. The soil is tainted, undead are drawn to it, and the energy in the ley line is completely disrupted. What I want to know, Valine, is whether this taint is reversible or not. I want you to collect soil samples from this area so I can study them. Perhaps with time we can set things back to normal. So she's, the Blood Elves they're trying to save their homeland. It's not that they're an inherently bad group of people. Which I think is always so. I think I talked about that like really early on in one of my hunter videos. Is the faction, the Horde versus the Alliance? It's not really a good or evil, or a good versus evil contest. It's you've got some questionable people on both sides, and actually I like that the story isn't just straight up we're the good guys and you're the bad guys, even though a lot of the quest givers like to kind of give you that feeling that that anything is justified if it's against the other side, kind of thing, which I like that. It's very true to life. People who like to debate things on social media or anything like that, they like to think that whatever side that they're supporting is pure and not something that anybody would have anything against or is uncorrupted, I guess. But it's very rarely, it does happen. It's very rarely just a cut and dry, good, all good or all bad. There's an awful lot of,
the reckoning is at hand.
I totally didn't mean to wax philosophical. Such dark energy. How can this be possible?
We will persevere.
Something's wrong, Valine. I sense the presence of Scourge. Be ready to fight them.
Salama Ashalanore.
Ooh. No.
I don't have a target.
Okay, so I didn't actually have to kill that guy.
Our enemies will fall.
My endeavors are hopeless, Valine. The very nature of the soul has been altered. The taint is irreversible. Aww. Ding. Level 14, nice. So we got a fear spell. As discouraging as my research results are, they still contain valuable data. I must have a Magister review my work before it is taken seriously. Please take these notes to Magistrix Landra at Fairbreeze Village. Okay.
We will have justice.
But before we do that, let's finish exploring. Yay. And then we will head overland to this thing and make kind of a loop. Yeah, I'm still kind of bummed that we had to kill those trees. But anyway, yeah, I would definitely recommend catching Avengers. Age of Ultron is quite good, quite good. But yeah, the ensemble type cast, which is really what I mean. A lot of these movies, it's kind of new for a lot of people. I mean, they haven't really done a movie like that in a while. I mean, the Avengers kind of showed that if you've got a history with a group, you know, because most of the people in that movie kind of, you were introduced to them, you kind of knew a little bit about them from previous movies. But a lot of people really, it's not something that movies do a lot of anymore. You know, like I guess Ocean's 11 and that series was really, I'm trying to think. You know, of course those are like crime movies. You know, it's not really necessarily about the characters. And I guess when you get right down to it, action movies really aren't about about the characters themselves either. Even though if you've got really good writing, like in the Avengers and some of the other movies, it definitely it definitely makes a more invested outlook of the characters. You know, they're not like Superman and Batman. Like, you kind of know what those characters are about. I guess that's kind of something. Yeah, we're going through withdrawals now. That's the only thing bad about the eating stuff off the table is, yeah, you get a boost, but anyway. Which I guess is, that's something that's going to be difficult for Blizzard to really be able to do with the Warcraft movie. Is there's just a lot of stuff that they're going to have to bring people up to speed on. I mean, for people who play the game, you know, we already understand kind of what's going on in the world. If they go straight into it, you know, they're not going to have a lot of another chest. The people that might have went into it kind of fresh, you know, they're going to have like that learning curve to kind of come up to speed. So I mean, that's not a good way to start a movie franchise, or even a standalone movie for that matter. I mean, you have to kind of be eased into the world, you know. I mean, I guess there are some movies that can jump you straight in. Alright, we'll go turn these in. I don't know, after a big movie and it's like 2.5 hours long, it's an impressive movie to get through. Definitely,
the dark times will pass.
You know, after you know, a lot of people, like right after a movie, they kind of gush over it, and then a couple of days later they're like, well, you know, like, what about this part, or that little piece didn't make sense, or so that's kind of why I'm like,
yes, I'm
not like uberly. These notes are shocking. If they're correct, it means the damage to the land on the Dead Scar is irreversible. I'll notify the Grand Magister right away. More reason for our race to escape this world and find our true fate in Outland.
farewell.
Oh yeah, and I got in the guild. I'm in the Gaming Mommy's Horde side. So, because I'm cross-factional like that. And a lot of the people in that guild, they play both sides, so I like them. So we're getting ready to move down into a new zone, and it's, I mean, you can kind of look across the river there, how different it is. This kind of mirrors how, have you succeeded in powering the runestone yet? Yes, I did. Excellent. The defenses should hold off the scourge a bit longer. Thank you for lending us a hand.
Keep your wits about you.
Yay. So this, you know, going down into Ghostlands is, it kind of mirrors how the Drana, like the blood owl, like crossing that little owl, and then you're going into like a much more tainted area. That's kind of what's going on here. So, now these guys are cute.
What do you require?
I'm going to take a bit of work. It's going to take a bit of work, but I think we can save this blood elf's life.
Do not seek death.
So what are the undead doing here?
We will persevere.
Help me, stranger. I must reach Tranquillion. I cannot fall. Fail? Well, the blood elf falls back into unconsciousness as his eyes goes blank.
Hold your head high.
Hello?
What are you standing around for? Can't you see this boy needs immediate attention? By the looks of it, the plague is beginning to take over his body. Within minutes, not even a master apothecary like me will be able to save him. The animals south of the river all carry the plague in their blood. Go across the bridge and hunt the plagued beast there. Bring me enough plagued blood samples and I'll distill a serum capable of saving this blood elf. Hurry.
Goodbye.
So, something that's interesting about the Horde side, when you start on the Alliance side, you're friendly with everybody. If you start as a, you know, we're only friendly with the Goblins, the Pandarians, ourselves, and Undercity. Everybody else is neutral. If you start as an undead, or a Forsaken, sorry, like, there are several groups that are, you know, it's almost hated, which I think it's an interesting dynamic, because I mean, it fixes itself really rapidly. I mean, a lot of people don't even notice that, but I think that's telling. It's like you know, telling a story without telling a story. You know, it's like that nuance. Oh, excuse me, that nuance kind of. You know, it's there if you want it. It's like another layer of what's going on, which I always thought that was really interesting. That you know, the Alliance really, they pretty much trust everybody that they've kind of grouped themselves with, but a lot of the Horde groups are not that trusting of each other. You know, there's I mean, of course you can go over there and, you know, pick up quests from them. I mean, it doesn't really matter that much in game mechanics wise. Yeah, it's an interesting little tidbit of, you know, layering, I guess.